Have you been on the internet today? Most of us? Do you think you've been on for an hour? 2 hours? 3 hours maybe? 4 or more? Recent data finds that the average US American is online for over 7 hours a day, working, streaming content, using social media, and all the other things we use the internet for. If you add this all up, by the time you are 80, you will have spent 18 waking years of your life online. 18 years. Now, we don't have data for what percentage of these years we spend online will be consumed by political content, but I can tell you it's a significant amount. I'm Dr. Roberta Chevrette, Associate Professor of Communication Studies here at MTSU, and I'm excited to participate in today's Sidewalk talk for Civic Learning in the True Blue Core series. Today I'll discuss how the internet has transformed political discourse and how artificial intelligence has influenced this evolving landscape. Some of the points we'll cover in today's talk and lots of other interesting things are elaborated on in COM 2830 Intro to Online Communication, as well as other related communication courses. And we do have some flyers with key points from this talk and our communication classes on them, so please grab one of those if you're interested. So first, I'll talk about how the internet has profoundly changed our media environment and how these changes have altered political discourse. Next, I'll talk about how AI is impacting political discourse online. So to begin, to understand the internet's impact on political discourse, it's helpful to step back and look at how larger transformations in media have altered the ways we encounter news. One change worth noting has to do with the evolution of media platforms. Traditional forms of mass media, including print media, followed by radio and television, are forms of media described as one to many, meaning that the flow of information is one directional to a certain extent. This put considerable power in the hands of media companies to shape public opinion by creating news stories and television and radio shows that would go out to mass audiences. But the internet has transformed these media flows so that now we have many-to-many flows of information where a plethora of sources are releasing content that is getting mass engagement. We also have many-to-one flows where individuals are being bombarded by content. The many-to-many flow of information is significant in the internet having democratized access to information to a certain extent, which allows individuals to engage with political content in unprecedented ways. This includes using online platforms for the purpose of mobilizing around social and political issues as seen in hashtag movements like Me Too and Black Lives Matter, as well as in political revolutions like the Arab Spring. Another change worth noting as it relates to political discourse has been a shift that started around the 1980s with political talk shows becoming popular and TV shows like Dateline that didn't just report the news, they entertained us with sensational content. This marked the rise of what researchers call infotainment, as our news became a hybrid of information and entertainment. The internet is a context in which this plays out even further, because in a digital environment where attention is scarce, quick, flashy, and often sensational content thrives. This has given rise to what is called the attention economy. In the attention economy, things that draw us in quickly and entertain us go viral, and then often just as quickly disappear. One way we see this in political discourse is the use of memes. So many of us probably saw the internet go wild earlier this semester with memes about eating dogs and cats following the Trump-Harris debates. I also have written an article about the Obama-Biden bromance memes that circulated in full force after the 2016 election. But memes are not just silliness. Researcher Heather Woods, in her book Make America Meme Again, found that memes played a significant role in the 2016 election outcome. Another prime example of the attention economy is Twitter, now X, in which content is distilled into small sound bites that can travel quickly. A recent study from the Pew Research Center found that over half of Twitter users are there, at least in part, for the political content. But this presents issues for political discourse given the easy spread of misinformation online. A study by MIT found that false news spreads 6 times faster than true news on Twitter. This is the double-edged sword of the internet's impact on political discourse. While the internet has empowered individuals and provided a platform for everyday people to participate in political discussions, it has also given rise to misinformation, which can lead to or further exacerbate existing political polarization. So with this foundation in place for understanding the evolution of political discourse online, let's turn then to look at our second topic today, the rise of AI in political discourse. One clear concern about artificial intelligence is its use to generate content, including news articles as well as images and deepfake videos. A striking example of this occurred when the Trump campaign used AI to create a fake endorsement from pop star Taylor Swift. The deepfake video manipulated existing footage to make it seem as though Swift was endorsing Trump. Now, I did read at least one article suggesting that the video of Swift's endorsement was not actually made to seem very credible and that fooling people was not the primary purpose, but rather it was a different kind of celebrity politics at play. However, as users, we have to still navigate this complex landscape to discern what is genuine and what is manipulated by AI. Another recent poll spells trouble in this regard, suggesting that currently the prevalence of AI-generated news media is less than people perceive it to be. The issue with this then is that not only are we now further questioning what is real or fake news, but according to Purdue professor Kaylin Schiff, quote, if people believe that they are seeing a lot of AI-generated content, then they might also approach real content with skepticism. End quote. Essentially, the proliferation of deepfakes also makes false claims of deepfakes more believable. As it relates to misinformation as well as political polarization, AI technologies, particularly recommendation algorithms, shape what users see in their feeds, creating filter bubbles where we're exposed to more of the content we like. This creates echo chambers where users encounter information that reinforces their existing beliefs. And because AI algorithms prioritize content that garners more clicks and shares, they often amplify sensational or misleading information. AI also has strategic uses in politics and is currently being used by both presidential campaigns for targeted advertising, voter engagement chatbots, and sentiment analysis to monitor public opinion. AI has also been used to counter misinformation with fact-checking tools. So as we wind down, I want to thank you for your attention. I'm Roberta Chevrette, Associate Professor of Communication Studies and developer of the class Intro to Online Communication, which is one of the electives in the True Blue Core. We have some flyers with the key points from this talk, as well as some of our courses listed on them. So today we've covered how the internet has fundamentally transformed political discourse, in some good ways by democratizing access, but in many ways bad by amplifying sensationalism, misinformation, and division. We've also covered how this has paved the way for AI to further shape how we engage with political content. In conclusion, as we navigate the internet and AI's impacts on political discourse, it is essential to advocate for online transparency as well as to support media literacy initiatives and education that can help individuals learn how to critically evaluate online information. By doing this, we can hopefully work towards a digital environment that encourages some of the 18 years that we will spend online in our lifetimes to be having discussions that reflect informed political dialogue rather than division. Thank you.